We'll do it live. It.
Fucking Elon is everywhere, man. That guy. Did you see yesterday? He put out a picture of puppies, and it said "send nudes."
No.
Like in the background. That was his post yesterday. He goes, "I love puppies." Then if you kind of look at it at a weird angle, it says "send nudes." What the hell is that?
Man,
Elon, like 12 years old.
Yeah, this reminds me when we were talking a few minutes ago about like graphic porn over the years, and Twitter is this. I mean, Twitter or X is the gateway to all this fucking hedonism, crazy shit, dude. You know how many people I see die every day on Twitter? When I get on Twitter, it reminds me of the last scene in A Clockwork Orange when they have Malcolm McDowell and his eyes are locked open and he's watching all these images of violence and death. You know that part?
Absolutely.
Classic. That's what I feel like every day going through my Twitter feed. People getting
like
shit beat out of them, curb stomped, alligators eating people, fucking fights, people jumping off buildings and splatting on the ground. I mean, I'm so desensitized now.
Yeah, I mean, I play a lot of those clips on my show, and I'm watching them. I'm watching a guy follow his death, and we're laughing. That's how desensitized we are now. I mean, I watched that 20 years ago. You know, 20 years ago, your generation would go to the theater, and all you would get exposure to is that shitty Faces of Death movie.
That's right.
But
that's right.
Like there was no imagery of violence. There was no imagery of anything, you know, growing up before the internet. You never heard of, a group of teenagers just rolling around and beating the shit out of people back in the day, but now you hear it. That did happen. We just never saw it. You didn't have that fear leaving your house that you're going to get beat up by a bunch of homeless guys today, but you do now.
God, man. Yeah. Twitter, I'm old school. I'm going to keep saying Twitter is like, and I was thinking about this because I post to Twitter, I post to Facebook, and I post to Instagram. Some things I'll post on Facebook and Instagram because I don't want to deal with people's shit. Because Twitter is a fucking like chaos, anarchy, fuck everybody. Everyone is so mean on Twitter. I mean, it is one thing to see what we're talking about, but then, like jokes, like it's just a roast of someone who just got eaten by an alligator. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. There's nothing funny about a man losing his life in the clinches of a gator.
I used to have this code. I remember when 9/11 happened. I used to have this code, like, even the Faces of Death, I never watched it, but my friends did. But I always had this code. I'm going to respect the dead, and I'm not going to watch someone die for morbid curiosity or entertainment. That's out the window now. Now that's every day. But I remember one that really hit me hard was the beheadings that started in, I don't know, 90s. I think it was Berg or it was the orange jumpsuit kid in the desert, gets his head cut off. That was like one of the first ones that I remember that hit YouTube and social media. I was like, wow, that's fucked up. I mean,
I remember seeing that for the first time, and it did change something in me that day. I will admit, something really changed in me that day, where the reality of what's really going on. Like literally, you can lose your fucking head just for having the wrong skin color, or writing for the wrong paper. It changed me. It's like he did. And I don't want to watch that shit anymore. But like you said, it's just normal. It's on Twitter. It's bam, bam, bam. Oh, it's all death, all death.